Sue, and I'm just coming in here just to do this pencil drawing I need to do. It's been a rough week. I'm surprised I still have a YouTube channel for now. That could change at any point. I've been severely hacked at all little nooks and crannies. This has been a little deeper than a year ago, at least as far as I know. In some ways, last year I may not have actually gotten to the very depths of it all, but I sure had a lot going wrong. I'm trying to just get to my live page. Here we go. Just I didn't announce it. Tomorrow I will do a live, and I will announce that. This is a drawing I meant to do yesterday, but it was after the hack started Monday. Lost my Twitter accounts, and then that got into Tuesday where I was trying to fix it, and then came Wednesday when I found out my hacks were actually involving my HostGator, who handles my website contents, all the sites, which none of them are active right now because what happened last year that I did. Anyway, this led to me going to IONOS, who handles my actual web address. It turns out that got hacked, and I found that out because chunks of money was started coming out of my bank account. Not a fun day, I promise you. That was Wednesday into Thursday. We worked on that. And then Friday, I tried to set some things aside with intents of doing things, but what ended up happening was that it was last night I learned, or yesterday, last evening, that basically most all of my passwords were compromised. The thing is, a lot of them don't connect. And the thought is that this is a targeted attack for some reason. Why? I don't know. Be that as it may, I've got my friend Star Gar the Ghoul's site. He's live right now with a film, and I'm going to pencil out a drawing that actually I lost, or I had it, and then in July and August I couldn't get a hold of the person I need to get meet with, so I was carrying it. Then I started moving things around so I could reorganize and be better set up for stuff like this. Along the way, I still haven't found the drawing. It got set aside. I have notes. I have a postcard I bought for it, but the sketch I had is missing, and I'm not sure where it went off to. I think I had it with me when I was in Orlando, and I was hoping to meet with him, and that didn't happen. All right, so Water Under Bridge, I am here, and I'm now looking for because I am using some reference. Oh, also, I need to post on my Fine Art America page a whole bunch of artwork going to pop up on there. I've worked on it all day today. I just started getting on a roll, and I didn't want to quit. I was supposed to be at a birthday party. I didn't go. I just kept working on things because things are going so very well. All right, I need, move this out here. Whoop. Keep an eye on in case anyone comes. What I want to do is to, this is just a sketch to get an okay, because the person's asking, old friend of mine, is asking me to do a drawing. The problem with doing the drawing is it expands a giant piece of land, and he wanted to include some swans in it. But to get the swans in, I'm going to have to do something like this. I just thought I'd do it here. I'm not going to be able to do the whole project here. And the key is basically have to get the same thing. And this is just a rough sketch for approval because this thing he may say forget the swans. Because the only other way I can put the swans are make them real teeny tiny and you can't see them because I have an amphitheater to draw here. And yeah, this is one more. Tomorrow I'll do improv stuff. Tonight I'm not. I just did that on Facebook earlier. I was going to do this on Facebook too, and I'm also trying to remember. I think I liked how I had the design of the other one. This isn't quite the same. Oh well, I'm making it work. work. Swans have a mask. The Swans of Lake Eola, the person who this is for, it was in charge of Lake Eola for many, many, many years. I did this differently somehow. Kind of trying to remember how I did this. I got a whole bunch of photos of Lake Eola for this because I could not find. He specifically has stated that he wants the, here it is actually right here. There was a band shell. The current band shell, it's ridiculous. He wanted this band shell, but I could not get a picture of it at this angle. And I don't remember it. I admit the one right now is more spectacular and colorful, but this is the one that was been around and more respected. So it's this band shell, the fountain, what's known as the Cherry Plaza, but those are the ones specifically he wanted. And I've got to get it. And I'm going to do this in color. I also wanted to get there used to be gardens over here. I wanted to get those gardens. So I'm actually combining another photo still. Because this doesn't show the gardens. The gardens are right over here. And I've got to come down at it, is the thing of it. So I can get this to work. God, I hope this works. I'm going to be doing live drawing this week. I'd love to do it live here, YouTube live. I don't know if I'll be able to do that or not, but I'd like to. Again, I know this isn't thrilling stuff. But I just wanted to do this here. I'm trying to make sure I add more content onto YouTube. If I can do the rest of this here, I will. One thing I think I did, I sketched out. No, it was at a meeting. I hope to work on my Christmas card here. I don't know how I'll do it because it tends to be very big. To the point I'm thinking about making the original smaller so I can work on it here. Now, that won't necessarily be thrilling either. Now, here's the tricky part. I got to get the fountain. I'm going to get the other side of the lake. Indication. That's right. He didn't specifically say that. And I know there used to be a cypress tree right here. I remember that cypress tree. Few decades ago. Now tomorrow I'll go live and I'll do fun stuff. Improv stuff. I did a little pirate thing over on Facebook. I'll do that. I've got to put this over here more. So there's that, and there's a cypress tree. And this postcard doesn't say it, but it's got to be 74, 75, somewhere in there. Right now, this is now a condo, and their building is all through here. Yeah, at the time this was taken, the date, this is all downtown Orlando, Florida. This is this is over here. You can't even see it. It's right back behind there. And this is a walkway that went all the way around. This is I know I can even attach these two. But that was at one point the tallest building in Orlando. Okay, so I'm going to exaggerate a little bit just because these elements are important he wants in here. I thought about exaggerating the whole thing, but I just think that's too much. There's also a little island out here I want to make sure I put in. You know what's funny about that island? I don't remember it as well, and that's something I want to sit down and talk to him about, though I don't know when I'm going to meet with him about this. I've got a pretty hectic schedule coming up here in the next 2 weeks. I'll figure out something. I want to get this little garden area, and these will all be flowers, so it'll be very colorful, and there's further flowers here. Now, I suspect him to correct my errors here. Because I don't have any pictures of this garden area. I do, but they're different spots depending. This little garden area moved around, came over here, actually I think one time came all the way to something like that, because there's a set of trees here, palm trees actually. And this had a walkway, which my postcards for Orlando are not with me, and that's a drawback, because I've got probably a few dozen of Lake Eola. That walkway it was there, it wasn't there. Yeah, I see one photo here where the garden area was actually right up, this is Robinson, and it was right up against here. Not Robinson, this is Roslyn. It was right up against here. And there's a walkway here. And basically, this is confusing. We're actually on a hotel across the street, the Harley or Robert Helmsley or whatever. There's had many names, but you're looking above, about 2 stories down to the pool, and then over to Lake Eola. Roslyn is right in here. So I'm trying to make this up to some extent. What it looked like at one point. See, this I'm a little fuzzy about. I know the sidewalk went around. I know this is actually a spillway in here. Always has been. For stormwater. I'm just not sure about that island. I know it was there, but I'm not sure what it was like. So I wanted to sit down with him before I went to the final drawing. I just want to also make this accurate because I want to make sure it's right. I can make up anything if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I'm a little fuzzy in here. This is where we used to, in the last 20 years, we've had the administration office for Fiesta in the Park, which now has moved over here. And Fiesta in the Park it's now moved way over there. I apologize. It used to cover the whole park, now only covers a small part of it. I can't quite recall what's here. So that's a question. So I may cut this off here. Keep Roslyn out. Maybe I'll even cut it off here. Maybe that's the best thing to do. I want to put this ribbon, which was good with Art Deco things. I like Art Deco stuff, but I don't have a real good head for it. See how I move things around. The drawing I missed, it's somewhere, and I may even come across it tomorrow for all I know. If I need to get this off dead center, because I see some busy stuff coming up here. Again, new artwork going up at Fine Art America. This rate probably tomorrow. And I do not like to abbreviate. Oh, hello, Andrea. I don't like to abbreviate Florida. I don't know what I'd put in this ribbon down here. I might go ahead and put some pen to this. I think I'll put it on. I'm going to do this. Move right here. Hold on. See what else I have here. This is a picture I'm doing for somebody. Well, it's really hard to see. It's not beautiful. It's sketchy. I hope it becomes something nice. This is just a sketch for approval. You know, I rarely do these, and I really rarely plan things out because typically, as I plan things out, I'm able to get it done. So it turns around fast. But in this case, I'm planning it out because of the illustration issue with it, and that I've got a pen that don't work. Hold on a second. I got another problem dealing with here. Hold on. Okay. I really don't want to use that. Hold on, grab another pen. How are you all doing over there in Deltona? I was just with some folks talking about Deltona. Of course, I'll be with that women group here this week coming up. I'm not going to pull smile. I got to figure out when I'm coming into Orlando, though, because I got something else. I need to decorate a pumpkin. And the way things are going, I may not get in there until later in October. And you get this hacking thing. The hacking thing, oh, I've been hacked again, Andrea. Hacked again. And they start taking money out of my bank account, making it really bad. Overdrew my account. I don't even know who they are or what they are. But they sure have caused a mess. And I give a lot of thanks to HostGator and ION 1-in-1 is what I know them as. I was talking to the guy helping me, and we both agreed we should call it 1-in-1 because we both knew it, even though he was from India or something. But he also still remembers it more as 1-in-1. The other one's hard to say. Anyway, they both were very helpful. It was, we couldn't tell where it was from. It's just an email address. But I was able to salvage a number of things. Okay, I can throw this away. Let me just do it while I'm here. Look at the trash bag. Very nice. Good pop. Yeah, these are ones I got from Pop Shelf. I've used them a lot, so they should be running out. It's the money is. They told me they were able because he couldn't do it. He got higher ups to do it. It was a matter that it was a how do I say this? He got the higher ups. First of all, he was going to he started to almost brush me off, but I was able to talk to him a little bit more. And he said, let me talk to my higher ups. So he did. And that's when they said, okay, we've got to do something about this. And they were able to cancel. What happened was the people who had taken over my site had put in an order for some web stuff, which one added up to $9.09. I said, what do you get with $9.09? And the other one added up to $81.81. I said, what's the repetition of numbers? He hadn't realized it. I thought that was funny too. But it was some sort of server packet to start a website. He was going to use mine to do that. But it's still costing him. Why use me? Why not just start one from scratch? Unless he's planning on, basically blaming me for whatever stuff he was doing. Because he left enough opening that 1-in-1 was able to get back in there and get back the order of things. I just want to get my Twitter account back. I've had that so long. And I was really getting some traction with Swampy. Again, Fine Art America, brand new artwork going up there. All sorts of stuff. I did so much today. Again, I was supposed to go to a birthday party, a friend's 96th birthday party. I'd been talking about it this week. I was going to do a live. And then it came up, it just came up I just started working on things. My friend Tom Hockman called while he was talking to me. I was just checking a look in because I basically went on to a bunch of the watercolors I had and fixed them up. And then I found something I'd forgotten about, which basically involved Mount Dora. I'd done this for my friend Julie Pointer about 10 years ago. And it was an alligator with a shirt that had Mount Dora on it, then some arrows in the back pointing to different places to visit. So as when I did that, and I was talking to Tom, I started thinking, oh well, why don't I do Ocala? And I put different names on the sign. I saved that. Then I did one for Orlando, put different names on. Then I did one for Winter Park. So there's 4 of them right now. I don't know if I'm going to put those on Fine Art America. I may put those over at Redbubble. Let me just really quickly type this. It's such a mixed bag of stuff. Let's see what I'm doing. So it's just been a mess. No, I did not get my funds back. They canceled it, but the funds were still pending, and it's still $100 out of my account in limbo. And the concern I have that they may try to take more. But I've been checking today, and it's still the same. Nothing's going to change till Monday. Thank God Monday's not another stupid national holiday. But and I'm not. It overdrew me on one account, but I still have enough to cover it in the other one. I wonder, if I'd stayed working, I would have a heck of a problem right now with all this. And I never would have gotten all this artwork up on Fine Art America. Of course, I don't know if it's going to sell, but it doesn't matter. I'm just glad to do it. I've been wanting to do this for so long. And as I do this, Andrea, you may be able to say it looks beautiful because you'll be able to see what I'm doing. Oh, I was in contact with. Sorry, my head's trying to leap at too many different things. Where the heck am I here? Crowder, John Crowder. I'm in contact with a bunch of folks. John Crowther, making plans of when I'm coming over to your neck of the woods to go to his office. And I'm looking at October. So I've got appointments scattered throughout October right now. See, I don't know what I'm going to put in here, but I want to put something, or else I'll make it a design. But I think we talked about a date, though. I'm going to go to October 17th. I'm going to be in Dade City. I'm going over to Lighthouse Books and drop off a whole bunch of books. So I've just got to figure out, is there one day that's good for you, Andrea, than others? I just need someone to say. For him, he's a lawyer, and he has all kinds of clients. So he says it just depends when he can work it out. So he's leaving it up to me involving that. So let me know what might work with you, and I'll just work it out that way. I'm telling folks right now, you want to meet with me? Just give me. You gotta corral me because we're also getting to this area where things start to stack up. And here's the reality: we basically have open season until like the week before Thanksgiving, and then everything shuts down till the first weekend of January. Fridays, okay, that may be true for him too. I'm guessing his clients don't tend to book as much on Fridays. Well, I know the 17th. There's my calendar here. Other stuff. Oh, I got this pink thing today it was a Temu thing. I was actually getting something else that I really needed, but this was there. This is neat. I wish it wasn't pink, but this actually, I'm using it upside down. Just got it today, and I wish it wasn't folded, but this is a mat to do watercolor, and all the watercolor stuff ends up on here and not on the desk. So it also has a little lip here so you can put watercolors, and it's got a water tray that I don't have here right now, and this will actually hold pens if I wanted to. It's neat. I mean, it was $4 so it's pretty cool. Yes, I know I'm keeping the Chinese child slavery going on by my actions, but I'm poor, and this was, but I forget what it was. I haven't got what I was really ordering. Did I? No, I haven't gotten it yet. Oh, I did just get this brush pen though, because I got another brush pen. I can't find my brush pens. I was gonna go to yeah, I'm gonna need some guidance. I really would rather sit down with Ron and go over this instead of, because he has the memory. I'm dealing with someone who has an institutional memory of Lake Eola over the last 55, 60 years. So he's going to look at this and he'll see everything wrong, and I can't tell and I don't remember because I wasn't there all the time. A good deal of my life I've avoided Lake Eola because it was a magnet for homeless people. Even when I was with the city, I didn't have, only Fiesta in the Parks where I got to really know this park really well. See, I'm not sure how. I know this goes back here. I know the spillways here. I know the sidewalks here. I'm not sure if I'll show that or not. And there are trees. This is showing palms, but different. See, the trees would come and go. It all depends. I hope so. I don't know. He's gonna have to give me a lot of. I wonder if I just shouldn't go ahead and just really exaggerate it. And see, now the fountain doesn't look like it's in the right place. That's what's weird about this. The angle of the fountain is if you did a circle, the fountain's over here, but in this picture it looks like it's toward the center, which it's not. And I'm making it look like that too. The fountain's always been about here. And there's this island of trees, but I don't remember this island of trees when I was little. Who I need some help from is Melissa Busby. She'd probably remember this stuff. She seems to remember everything like this. I just don't. In fact, I don't know if I know of anyone who really could have taken such notes of it. I'm not sure if Nell Atkins, I'm not even sure if Nell's still with us. I'm thinking she is. I know there's a cypress here. I remember when we would walk around Lake Eola when I was 4, 5, 6 years old. I wanted to get underneath this, we call it the weeping tree, but it was really a cypress. Or my mother called it a weeping tree. This is the Cherry Plaza. I just don't remember. And this whole area back here changed, and changed again. But see, I'm just not sure. I think these are trees here, but I'm not sure. There's a tree here, but it was much smaller back then. This is circa 1975 or so. But this concerns me. So what I maybe should be doing is changing the angle. Wow, this is about what I did with the sketch that I had, but I had this over here, which was wrong. Maybe I should have the angle like this so this gets everything and he's talking about, which is the bandstand, the White Swans, and the amphitheater, the swans, and the fountain. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I need to change this again. Hold it. I hope everyone has their Frosty. I haven't been able to find any root beer recently. I have to go searching for it. Only found orange. And it seems like I guzzle this all the time. I don't. I have it just for these things. Occasionally I'll carry them in the car and I'll have one, but otherwise just here. I still drink a lot of seltzer water. You know what? I'm going to change this. Now, I wish I kept the swans. I wonder if I could. I could do the swans a little differently. So let's say I put the band shell We're seeing the. Nah, see, I don't have a picture of the back of the band shell, the old band shell. I don't have a picture of the front of it. Maybe he's expecting. He said, "See, I come at this from an engineer's viewpoint, a realistic." I was just a Neil Adams page. I guess it was Chris Adams or Chris Adams Stone. She posted about some drawings her father had done of how a window works and how the frames set it, how the windows set into the frames and all these details. And she said how she marveled how he paid attention to all the details. And I left a message how that, that is what really got me when I was 10, 11, 12 years old, picking up his comics at the I didn't mention pre-read bookstore, and just poring over them, how he could get things where they are. They're real. It's really there. And I've always had problems exaggerating things like this. But maybe that's what I should be trying to do. Did he mug? Yeah, I like root beer. Yeah, I'm going to also, while I'm at Lighthouse Books, I'm taking some books. I'm meeting some, I thought they were new friends, but actually I found out that the lady had given me a business card. I just came across a file of photos from 2014, 15, 16. And I was going through them, and suddenly, yeah, there's a business card. The lady I'm going to meet over, we only established it today over at Lighthouse Books. I found the picture about 4 days ago, 3 days ago. I was surprised. So I guess but I have no idea why I took a picture of, because it was her business card and then one of the book people's. And I have no idea why I took pictures of them now. 9 years ago, or whatever it was. 9.5, almost, 9.5 years ago. All right, so let's see if we do this again. Well, maybe I shouldn't do it that way. I just don't know how to do this. See, if you change the angle, I'm going to be looking at the side of it. And I don't have a picture of the side of it. And should just say it doesn't matter. I saw, just before I started this, Kenley Dillard was doing a live drawings. He was just kind of doing Batman and Joker, because I guess today, I thought Batman Day was 3 days ago. That's what I knew it as. They're saying it's today. I don't know. I guess they're now moving it to Saturday, but it has a special day because that's when the first comic book came out, I believe. And it wasn't today, it was 3 days ago. Oh, well. Anyway, Kenley was just drawing Batman Joker, and he was just making up, and I could see he was doing some little errors here or there, but, he got the drawing done, and that's the point. Get the thing done. But this kind of stuff, when it comes to landscape stuff, I get drowned. If I just draw dragons, I don't care. It doesn't matter. As long as it looks something like a lizard, that's it. That's all that really matters. One of the things, as I say, Fine Art America is getting some dragons on it, and some fairies. Some of the fairies I did. I had to go back and rework them so it would work on Fine Art America. Where are these pictures I have? I'm sorry, this is boring. Tomorrow will be more interesting. At 7 o'clock, I'll go live and do something interesting. I just don't see how I pull this off, unless I greatly exaggerate it. All right, I'm looking at one with the band shell from behind and the fountain. But you can't tell it's a band shell because you're looking at the back of it, which is plain. I don't know what to do. I think I'm just going to have to exaggerate it. I'm going to send him the one I just did, and I'm going to send him this. Again, I just wish I could sit down with him. I wish I had time this week to make a trip down there, but I just don't. I gotta get prepped for Thursday and Friday, which are going to be pretty intense. I'm meeting a friend, old friend, over at Beefy King on Thursday afternoon. I wish I had a head for this sort of thing. Sorry to be doing this. This is real interesting, isn't it? This is what happens when you're trying to plan out stuff. You sit and figure out thumbnails. Again, it's the elements that are involved. It's a large lake, and you got the band shells, you got the fountains, and he wants swans. It almost begs to exaggerate it, and I don't want to. The thing is, that's the best picture I have of that band shell. And if you zoom in, you can't tell what it is, and I don't have that strong a memory of it. It was pretty plain. Today it's this outrageously, it's got rainbow colors on it. It's preposterous. I guess I could show him both. Show him an exaggerated one with swans out front. Maybe he'd be fine with that. But see, his whole thing is he wants to remember the park because he managed this park for 50 years. So he wants the park and he doesn't want exaggeration. This isn't some postcard he's going to send out to someone. He wants something that looks like Lake Eola in 1975 or 6. Hello, Cheryl Cornelius. What do you have to say for yourself? Speak up. I can't hear you from here. I'm trying to figure out this illustration I'm doing for a friend, Ron Barna, who ran Lake Eola. I did one and I liked it, and I was going to show it to him in July and August. But since then, I've moved stuff all around, getting myself better organized. And though I have parts of the file here, I don't have that, because I think I got it up just hoping to meet him when I was in Orlando last time, and I never did hear from him. I can't remember when I was in Orlando. I guess, wasn't it when I was teaching that class? I think so. It was when I was teaching that class. Nah, it was after that. I don't remember. I mean, this is okay if I did put that there. Problem is the Zed zone. Maybe I could put a big monster coming out of the water and about to attack everybody. You know, now that I think about it, there were trees in it. Before they built that bridge, this was treed, which is why I think later they did a little peninsula thing out there. This was treed, and this was treed, and there was a little pond. They did that little, they did a bridge thing over here. And there was another little, there was this amphitheater, then there was a thing back here, too. No whispering allowed. Stop whispering, and don't trading notes here. I'm watching. I got my ruler. Well, I have my ruler. Well, let's have a ruler. Yeah. Well, you're free. I don't have my ruler. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Here we go. I don't have a ruler. How about this? The Franklin Press out of Miami, West 10th Street, major road in Miami, or was. Now it's a mess. But this is the Franklin Press. I don't know if they're still around. I should check. I got to find a printer for my Christmas print this year, which I'm debating, because I'd love to work on it here, but I can't do it big like I usually do. If I do that, I'd have to do it smaller, and maybe I should anyway. I'll make it so big it takes me forever to do. Anyway, isn't that a neat ruler? Has a hole in it. It's big advertising one. It's got so much information on it. It's really and this is a hurt. Wrap your knuckles. That's a neat. I forget where I got this. I think I got it at a thrift store. I think it was like a dime or something. I don't remember. Anyway, it's a nifty. Here, let me put it back in the safe place so I don't break it. All right, back to Lake Eola. Maybe I should just send this to him like this. We'll work it out. I wish I could find the one I had. I didn't do anything. Somehow I did this differently. I think I did put it over here. I think I don't remember. What if I do have my Orlando? Wait a minute, I forgot. One of the things I did when I was moving things around is I came across my posts in my postcards. Nah, I got all. Yeah, I just want Coral Gables. Oh, I do have Orange County. I have Winter Park. Winter Park Mall. Pretty cool. There's the inside of Winter Park Mall, and that's also the end. What was neat about this fountain was when the water fell, it was so hot outside. So the water would fall and beat, this was all rocks down here. It would beat off the rocks and cool the area. Because this is all glass up here. The sun would come down and make the whole place hot. No matter how you did the air conditioning, this cooled it all down. And so whenever we went here, I would hang around this area because it was so cool. And this was Walgreens, I think, over here. Yeah, I believe that was Walgreens. That was Walgreens, and then Bear Shoe Store was Bear Shoe Store, Bill Bear TV. There's Park Avenue. Just saw a friend of mine, Joyce Dowdle. I don't understand how she's getting around like she does. She was in Winter Park. She's the one whose house burned down. My friend whose house burned down. How they actually she went to a restaurant called Pompanella's or something. I knew it as the Rexall drugstore. Yeah, right next door was a store called Cottrell's by Mr. Cottrell. It was Jim Cottrell. And I remember getting nickel and dime little toys. They had all these, someone like Caleb could never, well, I don't know if Andrea can. she's, but I don't know if you can, Cheryl. But anyway, they had all these little boxed areas, this whole shelf with little gridded. It was a gridded shelf, and there were little toys here, little toys here, little toys here. Each one was a nickel or dime, or maybe it was a penny. I don't remember. So cheap. And then, but what was neat was about the store was there was a wooden stairs that went up to the second floor, and the second floor was all wood. Well, that's where Mr. Cottrell would be, and he could look down on the whole store and make sure I wasn't about to go nick some. I mean, I sometimes would make off with $500 or $600, but not real money, toy money, of course. And this was Baggett's Cottage. Mr. Baggett had a grocery store, and we lived beside it, and he actually owned that too, the place we were renting. So we were renting from Mr. Baggett. And I remember that's where I first had wheat thins, was at the corner of Minnesota Avenue and 1792 in Winter Park. It's now I think it's a bank or something now. Steak and Shake was right next door. I remember it was it was a night like this. We'd be trying to go to bed, my sister and I. We had our windows faced out to a little alley that went between Baggett's Grocery and the apartment, and went back to Steak and Shake, and you'd hear the speaker all night long. I'll be a burger and a shake and fries. No, 2 fries, another milkshake. And the cars would whip back and forth behind between the apartment and Baggett's. You hear vroom, vroom, vroom. They were going back to the late 60s. All that's gone. Well, the grocery's still there, as I said. The rest is gone. Anyway, I've got all kinds of cool stuff. Oh, it's paranormal here. There's North Carolina. Yeah, AJ, I basically I guess you'd say my brother-in-law, AJ Dowd, it was all over North Carolina. AJ was everywhere. He was up toward Appalachian State. He was over toward Southwest. What the heck is it called? He was just everywhere. They're doing all these dinners right now, apparently. Your election's not till next year. He's acting like I have almost no Disney, but this there you see I do have a little teeny bit, and I don't want them. I'll give these away if someone wants them. Maybe I should give them to Mike Slicker. I even have SeaWorld. I don't know how I got them because I didn't look for them. Here's Stars. I worked at Stars Hall of Fame. That's why I know. This was a wax museum, and this was literally the entry. You'd walk through this tunnel and have all these photos and come out, and the exhibits would start. And I think there was Laurel and Hardy there. You start off with the beginning of film, but so I've got all kinds of Stars Hall of Fame stuff there. Anyway, nifty. Those are I wish I had my Orlando postcards because I could use Lake Eola right now, but I don't know where they are. Well, there you go. Huge Florida collection I got. I have a little bit of North Carolina, but my thing's Florida history. Did you ever go there? Did you ever go there? Ever go to the Stars Hall of Fame Wax Museum? The thing was, all that stuff was expensive. And of course, I guess Cheryl was up in Seminole County, where all the rich people were. The filthy rich people. Okay, back to this. And I will be doing live drawing paranormal, if he may have already left, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, I'm planning out a picture, and I'm trying to figure out this. I was on the right track here, and I think I got off the right track. Because I can't remember what this is. See, what I used to do with people who I asked for reference. But I was so confident in myself I wasn't going to need reference here, but I'm wrong. I can't find it, and I don't know where it is. Do much better than this. Because the picture here of the band shell is so sketchy. I can't even make out how its form is out in the front of it. Oh, you're still here. There you go. Nope, you never went. And the only reason I went was because I did caricatures there. I was trying to figure out where they were up in Boone, because apparently it wasn't in Appalachian State. It was just outside of it. But there's a number of restaurants around there. Well, there's that had breakfast there. I've eaten there with a big not Johnny Appleseed, dang it, something like that. Really good, known for their breakfasts, but this was an afternoon thing, I think. So Cherry Plaza went back here. There were more trees. What do I do? What do I do? I have to go. I have to get. I know what I want to do, but I'm not going to be able to because I don't know what I'm doing. And I don't know how I did this last time. I may find the drawing. I don't know. And maybe it should be I have these swans differently and they take up more space. But I think I know what Ron would like me to do. I just would need more reference to do it. I could contact the Historical Museum or Orange County Historical Museum and see what they got. Maybe I should just do the band shell here. Fake it as best I can. Because I can't remember how this... I don't think it was a big stage. It was a little teeny thing. We did something when I was in high school here, but this would have been about 5-6 years after the period he's talking about. I think there was a whole thing. You stood outside and walked in. I think it's still somewhat that way. And then you had the seats, and each one was a row. I know that was the case as far back as I can remember. Do something like that. I really want to put those, maybe palm tree. There were a couple of those right on the edge of the water. How are you all doing? How are things in North Carolina where you are, Paranormal Society? And then just kind of exaggerate the fountain. Put the Cherry Plaza in here. And there are trees all along the... Of course, the Robert E. Lee statue was right here, facing north, as it should. No, I recall that facing west. And I'm real sketchy about all this. If I can get him to kind of play with time a little bit, I think I can get this done. I just have to exaggerate a little bit. I still like to do the ribbons. Maybe I should put it down here, then up at the top. See, this won't mean anything to y'all unless you know it. What I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. I think I've got every book imaginable of... I don't have all the postcards. I just got this one when I saw it online. I bought specifically for this, but now I see it don't do me much good. I mean, it gives me a basic shape, but It's not much to go with. It's going good here. You've just been hanging out at the fire department. Do you work for the fire department? Or you get just you have some fascination with Dalmatians? Just asking, of course. It just seems interesting that you're hanging around. Where in? You're over in? Aren't I forgot? You're not in Elkin. Are you in Elkin? You're somewhere in there. You're in Surrey County. Corrupt Surrey County, as I came to find out. Or I don't know. Hopefully this works. Well, it'd be like drawing parts of Seminole County, Cheryl, if you're still here. Because you think about trying to draw Cimarron Boulevard. We could draw, I mean, I could do a 70s version of the Seminole Plaza, that. But if you tried to do a whole landscape of 1792 and Cimarron Boulevard, which wasn't called Cimarron Boulevard at the time, you would have a problem trying to draw what went across. There was a gas station on the corner, which is long gone. You had the ABC, Jack Holloway's place, but I'm not clear if that was there. I think that was there in the mid 70s. Yeah, that was there in the mid 70s. So that was there. I don't drink, and I knew that. When I was a kid, I knew that was there. There was a gas station on the other corner, but you could draw that. But I don't have any pictures of any of that. I don't know what it looked like. I mean, I kind of know what ABCs looked like then, but I don't know what that gas station looked like. It's that kind of thing. Oh, you're a fireman for Dobson. Well, thank you for doing that, Paranormal Society. I did not know that. I did not know that. My stepdaughter, you may or may not know, she was here 1 month and a half ago now and had a great time with her. They're over there in between where you are and Pilot Mountain. And they're doing just fine. Just fine. And I won't say anything more about Surrey County. Oops. Okay, I didn't say nothing. I have no idea who you are. I'll get you in trouble. Whoops. See, remember, I worked for the city of Orlando. That's why I know Lake Eola so well. I know it when I worked there, and I remember being young, but I was just saying to folks, you got to watch what you say. When people were asking about people who haven't, they're talking about the Jimmy Kimmel thing. You just can't, there's no freedom of, like you're at the fire department, you have no freedom of speech. You can't start talking out of things about Surrey County or even certainly the city of Dobson, but because it's fire department, there's a lot, they're governmental, so you can't talk about Surrey County either. Since the seat of Surrey County is in Dobson for Cheryl and Andrea, if they're still here. So he's got a really, and me too. I mean, I said I was pointing out, I had to watch what I say when I was with the city. But even now that I'm not with the city, next year will be 20 years. I get a pension. I have to watch what I say about the city of Orlando and the current mayor, because they could do some games with me involving my pension. I hope you're getting a pension. I hope you're getting a pension, Paranormal. Tell me you are. Seems I was talking to someone there at the court. Well, this was a county person, though. I talked to a couple of county people. I talked to a number of people around there. Because I was a fellow civil servant, I was able to kind of chat with folks. Because we all you too, we all have a kinship. We know what it's like to work in municipal and county government. Isn't the fire department, isn't there a station right beside the courthouse? No, it's down the street, isn't it? I get flustered when I don't remember things. I can't remember this. I can't remember that. You didn't get here till 78. Oh, so you were there. You got there, Cheryl, when Altamont Mall was there. So you only know it as Cimarron Boulevard. Okay. Well, even trying to draw the 78 version of that will be tough. This is the brush I just got today. Actually, it works pretty well. I shouldn't use it for this. Put a little more ink. Oh my gosh! Oh no! Oh no! I shouldn't have done that. Well, that makes that tough, doesn't it? Pooh. Well, that's most unfortunate. Whew. And this is serious ink. It bleeds right through. No planner. Well, I'll find out if this is really watchable or not. But it's got ink all over. Oops. Did he get? I'm sure he got a pension. These days, it's not clear to get a pension. I think the county folks I talked to at Surrey all were getting pensions, if I recall. That's the unfortunate thing today. You don't necessarily get a pension. Well, I may have already. I just got today. I'm already staining it. No, it's coming off. Yeah, that's what's good about this. It'll take the paint off. No, that pen didn't go bad. I just opened it. That's only the second time I picked it up. I just got to get used to using it. It's got a good flow, which most of these pens don't have that are very expensive. So I've just got to remember this has a good flow. All right, so that leaves me. Oh boy. I'll try this again. And this is true, really when you're doing drawings like this, you really should do multiple sketches to work it out. No, I mean, this is a Temu pad thing I was saying. $4. I knew when it said it's silicone or something, I knew that would be good. On with the flow, yeah. Well, I'm not used to things having a good flow, most of them, because I let them sit for a long time. And then I got to get ready, get going, and I just open this, immediately get ink in it. I'm not used to using a pen like that. I shouldn't be. Shame on me. I should know better. Because you were there, weren't you there, Paranormal, when I was in North Carolina? Was it after? I know we talked about that thrift store that was right behind. The only problem I have with this, what I'm doing here with this, it makes it look like they're cranes and us. Does that look like that? Be honest with me, Cheryl and Andrea and Paranormal. Am I making this look like do they look more like cranes or swans? If they're not looking like swans, then I need to set them down and forget what I was going to do. You're that close to a pension? 9 more years? I thought you were a kid. Wow. Good for you. Good for you. Those coming behind you may not be getting them. I hope you're getting a real pension, not one of those 401k things. Nonsense. That was what I did smart. I was given that option. Maybe we talked about that before. Well, no, I didn't know you were a fire person. Yeah, I didn't do it. I did the real thing. Oh, looks like swans to you, Andrea? Looks like a swan. Okay, all right, well, good. Well, okay, never mind. Because I could do this very differently still. I could do something like this. See what y'all think. Very fortunate to get a pension. And I could put another one down here. Somewhere like, I think something maybe tilted tilt the head a little bit. I mean, Caleb at 17, the chance of him getting a pension is very low. Or Tabitha, for that matter. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I'm trying to get the idea. All right, this gets me off the hook. I think there's I can't recall if there's an island. I don't remember an island here when I was growing up, but I know Busby, I'm sure, would remember that sort of thing. And Ron certainly would, but I don't want to do quiz kids with him. Yes, I know. I know he's a senior, but chance of him getting a pension very low. Even those in government aren't getting pensions, as I was saying. So I'd have to give a sense of distance here, and also the water comes off here too, off the fountain, and all this would have to be color. And then I would put this over here with the band shell, but you wouldn't be able to see it. And then I'd have to draw the Harley, and then the old house that was here, and then the church, and some of the other buildings. You'd see the Angelo be right here. This is the side of the Harley. It was open. That's that pool area is right, and pool area you saw is right in there, across the street from Roslyn. But there'd be some trees here. I think there are palms all up front. Or I definitely want to get some flowering things. But I just don't know how to show all of this. Because if I draw too close, then I lose them. What are almost on? Yeah, oh yeah. Sorry, I've been having sinus problems. I'm going out and about tomorrow. Again, I plan a live tomorrow night, and I'll do improv tomorrow night, I promise. But let me ask y'all, let me go ahead and prep for that. At least you three, or anyone else who's here, who's your favorite animal? Name something. Well, I guess I do have a couple things already. Fireman. Put that somewhere also. Yes, I hope Caleb's so smart. There's so many opportunities. I wish Tabitha was kind of get in line for a better position in things. She's so good at what she can do. Fireman. Also been talking about swans, pensions. I got something to work from tomorrow. I don't want to think about it though. I'll just write down. And a pen that goes bad. Set that aside. I don't want to think about it. For me, it's about making it all up. That's the thing when you have a government job, you can't be making it up as you go. You gotta a whole set of rules and things. You start making things up. That's why I was talking to Tom Hockman earlier. Him being a lawyer and the legal stuff I had to deal with. They got not only was I showing that I knew I was spotting the errors the legal department was doing, but it was a cartoonist doing it. That particularly made him mad. All right, let me see what I can do with this pad. Yeah, paranormal. I had no idea. I thought you were a young kid. That's good. Because if you were a young kid, you probably wouldn't have a pension. I think it's neat the water streams down this thing. I don't know if Ron's going to like this. Maybe too close. I'm sorry, I'm off. Excuse me. Yeah, we're having a talk with our historical museums has a talk tomorrow too. Again, I was supposed to go to a birthday party today, and I did not because I was just getting so much done for the put up on Fine Art America. I've been some of these pictures I've been meaning to put up for a year or two, and things just clicked, and I just went, got it done. I guess I could pull that band shell out a little bit. Oh, my nose is running like crazy. Yeah, I'm not drinking enough fluids. That's it. That's what I tend to find. Well, science probably not drinking enough fluids. Myself, my science can tend to be pretty heavy duty. So I just don't remember what this looked like. That may be good enough for them. But later there's all kinds of stuff added on this side. Not much here. There's a back end, and that's a spillway. I know I think there were palm trees here, I know there are oaks here, and the Roslyn Club's back here. I'd love to show the Roslyn Club. And then it's island, and that's a big question for Ron. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask him to call me, and then I'll send him the picture. I don't want to send him the picture because he'll get preconceived notions of what I'm trying to do. I need to discuss this with him. Back then, these trees weren't as big, though. They got bigger as... Most have been torn out now. And frankly, what I'd rather do is not get all the buildings in there so I can get just this. Maybe do a kind of a... Yeah, my friend Julian Dominic has his law office in his house across from Lake Eola. The church and the library, which I know so well. That's when it was just one. That's the library I went to when I was little. Why I draw today is because of that library. Angie built. Oh, and there was a telephone thing. The telephone thing was over here. All these weird things on top of it. And then, yeah, so this had so many different names. Robert Richter Helmsley. It was of course, well, if I did that, this could be Memorial High School back here. Memorial School later became a junior high school when Edgewater and Boone became in existence. All right. So what do you think? You like this? You like this version? I'm sorry, I'm off here. So you like this version, or do you like that version with the ink all over it? You have any? 1, 2, 3, if you can remember them. Any thoughts? Do you like with swans up front? I'll get something to drink here. I'm dying. And I'll be drawing all this better because I'll carefully pencil it. This is just, what'd you say, 1, 2, or 3? 1, 2. These just swans on either side. More of an overview, almost a straight aerial, like 1, and then 3, flattening it out a bit. You like it with a, what do you say, Andrea? Cheryl says 1. Andrea, paranormal. Elaine says 1. Andrea, you still with us? Wow, I've been here for over an hour. Whoa. These can take, you see final pictures. They're all done so quick. Oh, you like, okay, you like two. This one with the banners and all. I could still keep the banners. Yeah, I see. Yeah, the banners would still be. Is it the banners that you like so much? I think the banners are a good thing to have there. What do you say? What do you say, Andrea? Is the banner thing something that really sells it more? I really should throw this pen out too. It's running out of ink. No problem. Okay. I need to go to a pop shelf and go get some more. Well, actually, I could use that. No, I need one brush. Brush. If I have one. Okay, this one's also all here's the answer. One with this one, right? With the banners. So you just like how the fountain is? But I think I think the banners are the way to go. See, another thing I could do, which Ron might even like more. I'm not sure if he's thinking of me as an illustration. He was mentioning this as a fine illustration, is how he was speaking of it. But he knows me as a cartoonist, and I mean, I know how to. I could draw Ron. In fact, I've got a cartoon on that piece of paper I off the side here. Well, drawing of Ron Barna. He's got a distinctive face. You're showing this, not this one. Okay, so yeah, the banner is I think he's gonna have a problem with this because he wants to. Maybe he doesn't care if you see the band show real well. I know he wants to show the. I'll send all three, but I'll thank you. You give me you all give me guidance there. And paranormal was quiet. He may have split the scenery. There may have been a fire. Something he probably knows that I know is that how they get called to things. Like someone breaks a fingernail and they have, because of how laws are today, they have to go out to everything, whatever it is. It's a sad waste of professionals' time, and I don't think it's practical. It's all about lawyers. Thing is, thank you all very much for your input on this. I'm just going to send it to him. Hopefully, he can understand this. Hopefully, I can understand this. You kidding me? Oh, look how I wrote. Look how that ink came right off on there. I guess that all washes off. One day, look what a mess I made of it. Holy cats. I wasn't planning on using it that quick. But I do have a sleeve for all of this, and I'm going to put it all in the sleeve. I don't know why I took the one I had before out of the sleeve, because I was carrying it separately, because I think I had a little book I thought I was going to go in with all of it. And anyway. All right, thank you all for watching, being a part of things. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m., I'll do improv. I've got some things to work from. Thank you very much already. I will see you. I'll let you know. I don't know if I'll talk. I don't know if I'll talk to Ron tomorrow or Monday. He was real hard to get. I mean, started trying to get a hold of him July through August and early September, and I didn't hear from him until about 2 weeks ago. And now, so we'll see if we suddenly he wants to get back in contact. So hopefully we'll move again pretty quick. I'm just got to figure out the schedule of when to get this done because some other things have fallen in now, and I've got some stuff coming up. So I could have gotten it done by now, but now I don't know. I may have to wait till November. So thank you very much. You all have a good night. I'll see you all later. Thank you for being here. Get a chance to click the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Didn't say that till right this second. And I will see you all maybe tomorrow evening. Take care. Have a good night. Good night. Good night.